Are we man-spreading enough? Why are you banned
Well,
on Facebook?
according to their policies, I deserve to be banned. So you're not allowed to name, call, and bully. Of course, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
So what happened was this lady came onto my pro. I don't even know if she's real. That's what's funny about it. So, anyways,
You never know.
This lady with a lockdown profile came onto my profile and started calling me names and stuff. Which is
What do you mean lockdown profile?
Like, unless you're her friend, you don't see shit.
Ah, so you have no idea.
There's like one picture.
And there's an
nothing on the
ambiguous.
wall.
Yeah, you don't know.
From the UK, it's like that's it. So I don't know shit.
Right.
The best intel you could get is if you like click on their profile picture or their cover photo, see the date. If it goes back far,
Yeah.
at least maybe a year or two, then maybe it's not a profile created immediately.
See, there's a facet of this that I find extremely interesting. So please continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's normal for people to come on my profile and start shit talking me.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah, that's like every day.
Yeah,
on your...
and then that's fine because my followers love it. They wait for that because they can't wait to see what I'm going to say, and then they get in there and roast her too. So basically, she came in and said, "You're a scam. You're a charlatan. I know so many people you've ripped off. You live in a shitty part of Thailand with a bunch of roommates in a rented house. You call yourself a guru? Ha 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 ha! A bunch of fucking faces and stuff." And so
it's a rather strange obfuscation of the truth.
I know, yeah.
First of all, I don't know a single person you've ever ripped off, or anybody who's even claimed that.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few, but they're unwarranted. I don't rip people off.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk rough sometimes, but you're pretty fucking decent to everybody.
Yeah.
Straight up.
In fact, we did the 6-hour seminar yesterday for 130 people.
Yeah.
And one of them was a guy I don't like. I hate him.
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
And he knows that, and he's felt the same, and we've had these big arguments, and we're not connected. Yet he bought the training.
Yeah.
And then after the training, he said he did a Facebook post, and he tagged me in it, and it said, "Keep your friends close and pay your enemies." Today's training was fire, and it's a picture of me and him from before at a seminar.
You have to tell me after the fact who this is. I'm curious. Is it somebody I know?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because he came to a seminar maybe last year, and then he said, we may not get along, but good training is good training. So here's a link in the comments to his website.
I gotta give that guy some props for that. You know, like that takes some ego strength to be able to say that. I mean, there are people that I dislike, and I automatically don't want to like their stuff.
No, totally. Like,
You
let
know?
alone give them money or whatever.
But I do try to look at value as value.
So my point is that no, not only do I not rip people off, I have people who don't like me still buy from me and get value from it.
Yeah.
So
right on.
So anyway, she came on the
great.
thing, and then of course she's gonna get roasted. I mean, you come into my house. Yes, I know it's Facebook's house, but you come into my house, you come into my bedroom. Facebook may own the house, but it's my bedroom, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You come in here to start saying that shit. Of course you're gonna get roasted. So I said, you really need to get laid. Is what I said to her. And then she said, blah blah. I know friends that you have whatever. And then I wrote another comment. I said, oh, because you said you live with roommates in a rented house in a shitty part of Thailand. I was like, okay, so I got to live alone and buy a home and live alone in it in a place that's not paradise. Got it. Should I get 9 cats and an iPad and call myself Jane Taylor, which is her name?
This is actually a pretty awesome place in Thailand, actually.
I mean, it is. It's the most. She's a shitty part of Thailand, so it's actually the most expensive part.
Yeah, I mean, we're close to the British International School. I mean, some of the most affluent people live in this area.
And you look at the views, it's like, what do you mean shitty?
Yeah, this is not shitty at all.
That's racism seeping out.
Well, I haven't had roommates in decades. And for me, this has kind of been like a step up because even though I'm perfectly happy being alone and I have, lots of guests, that come by, usually women. But can I just say that, there are times when, you get a little bit lonely living alone, and having roommates has been kind of awesome.
Yeah, because you can have the best of both worlds. If you want to be alone, then
I fuck off to my room.
Yeah, man, totally. Like you don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And so anyways, my followers just decimated her. They went insane on her because you don't come into the house party of somebody else and then insult the host.
Right.
All the people at the party are going to roast your ass.
Yeah.
So she got roasted. The thing that got me banned was I took the screenshot of her initial tirade, and I have this photo album on Facebook called Daily Hate. because everyone's posting their testimonials and all the good things. I post all the bad things
That's
too.
awesome. That's awesome.
I do both because I don't want to believe. I don't want to buy into everybody.
You're flipping the script on the whole thing. It's a beautiful reframe. You're just like, okay, here's your hate. I'm laughing at it.
Well, and it's also I don't want to buy into everybody's compliments about me.
Yeah.
I want to be. I don't want to be too. I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid too much.
That's a very important thing, actually, by the way, because drinking my own Kool-Aid messed me up.
Yeah, man.
I got to tell you.
It makes you so weak, and then you don't
Yes.
know. There's this social. You know your personal truth about yourself, but then there's a social mask that you're in, and you just become so fragile.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Pink Floyd's The Wall is all about this phenomenon, right? So I did not understand when I was a young man. I saw one side of it, but then, getting fame and all that shit later on, it was like, man, there's a whole other aspect of that, right? There is a price you have to pay for maintaining that wall. Well, not the wall. The wall is different from the facade.
That's right.
We have to distinguish these things.
The facade is what makes
Yeah.
you feel like a fraud in between.
Yes.
And then you can't live up to. You'll never be able to live up to that whatever other people are trying to say about you.
That's right.
Because you're never as bad as they say you are, and you're never as good as they say you are.
That's
you're
right.
always just somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So I uploaded that screenshot to the Daily Hate album, and I captioned it. I said, the old fat cunt of the day award goes to Jane.
Oh shit.
And everybody loved it, of course.
Oh
Because
my goodness.
my fans are sick bastards.
I'm gonna do the amazing Lucas here. Oh my goodness. that's a man.
Yeah. So
Damn.
I use extreme words when I say stuff a lot of times. So anyway, that got me banned.
Here's what I find really fascinating about this. Okay, you called her an old fat cunt. Okay, not a nice thing to say, of course, right? But I mean, here's the thing. Why will that get you banned? But jumping on someone's Facebook and accusing you of ripping people off, of being a charlatan and stuff like that, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So the line is there are words that are there are words that are verboten, right? And but there are accusations you can make, which in my mind are far worse. To me, what she said to you is far worse. I mean, it's like,
Absolutely.
if somebody came up to me and called me, old bald cock, whatever. I mean, I'd be like, okay.
And that's
whatever.
exactly my point. What I said was just childish name calling. There's no substance to that.
No.
What she said was far worse.
Far worse.
Far worse.
So why is that
bullying? But
how is that not bullying when you're making it? It's even worse bullying when you're making a tangible accusation.
But it's like the bullying. It's like you'd have to barge into a bully's house and then call him a fucking bully and an asshole, and then he bullies you back, and you can't call bullying. Facebook they didn't see the context. It's like she came onto my fucking page. Like, do you ever wonder why I called her? Like, she came onto, and so they banned me 30 days. Can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then I appealed. It was automatic appeal, denied. Last appeal, you could put text in the box. So I said the words that I said technically broke your policies. However, context is important, and I told the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they 2 hours later they said, nope, you're done. This is the last final decision. And so they said, so I have no access to my Facebook account. I can look at everything, but you cannot. So you get all the messages in, can't reply to them. Nobody knows you're blocked. It's like that Black Mirror episode where you're just like,
That's so creepy. That's so
what it
creepy.
is. And
Oh,
so,
man.
you know what, dude?
Oh.
2 hours after I got blocked, I was getting messages, and I'm like, I can't fucking return them. And I'm getting notifications, and people are asking me questions. All this is happening, and for 30 days, I can't do nothing. I was like, this is torture. They're giving you, they're allowing you to feed the addiction of Facebook without you allowing to do that for a month. And they don't even tell your people that you're blocked, so it just looks like a dead profile. So I fucking deactivated it today for 30 days. I said, fuck you. I'm not going to sit there and sit with that addiction where all the notifications get to come in, but I can't interact.
Yeah, so people were able to comment on your shit.
Yeah, and message me. That's the problem. Everyone's messaging me. Why isn't he messaging me back? I'm like, deactivated for a month. Fuck you, Facebook. You don't get to have that addiction over me.
Nice.
For a month.
Nice. Well, these the technological overlords right now are seriously overstepping their bounds, and this is a serious issue. Let me ask you this: deactivated or while they ban you, can you still use Facebook to log into other things? Because you know how people use the authorization.
Good question.
You haven't tested that yet.
No.
I wonder if while we're live, if you can actually test that, because I think it's an extremely important thing, because people need to be aware. If you cannot log into your stuff when Facebook bans you, you've got to be aware of the fact that Facebook could one day on a whim ban you and shut off access to a whole bunch of other stuff that you're using Facebook to
That's
log in
interesting.
for.
I wonder what else, what apps I have that.
I mean, there's tons on my phone. I know I've got a bunch of them, right? Yeah, so because it's convenient, right?
It is.
But
yeah.
I'm also quite conscious of like, okay, I don't want to have anything mission critical required here.
Right.